I have a feeling that people are obsessed with things that doesn't really matter. It was only like last week when I read somewhere someone was asking what are the best settings for Express LRS for 2-inch drones. And I ask, why? What kind of the special functions can the special settings, magical setting, make that the 2-inch drone will fly better? How this is different from a 5 or 7 or 10 or like 20-inch drones? What's the difference? The only difference I can imagine is the data ratio. So you have the telemetry faster, slower, but if you don't need a lot of telemetry, it doesn't really matter, because why? For the hobby use, absolutely makes no sense. And even the data rate, the refresh rate, it's like, okay, you go with 250 and you are golden because everything works. And if you want to go slightly further away, maybe you should lower the data rate, and that's all. Exactly the same situation like with the ESCs. What are the best settings for this specific drone for this ESC? But what's the difference? Honestly, guys, what is the difference? What kind of the practical difference there will be for everyday user who asks this question if he will change some value from the magical value 7 to magical value 9? In my opinion, none. For 99.9999% of the pilots, they will not notice any kind of the difference. If they will notice any kind of difference, it's only because they thought they saw kind of the difference. It will be a placebo. Yes, there are this like teeny tiny group, of course, that might notice practical difference, but it's just a radio system. It's just a radio system. It has to transmit data from point A to point B, do it fast, relatively fast, and with resistance to noise and losing the signal and aspects like that. And done. And maybe provide telemetry the second way. But size of the propellers doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if you are not forced by a special conditions. Like, for example, this is a racing event and you were asked to disable the telemetry. But this is because this is a racing event and you were asked to disable the telemetry, not because it's a 2-inch drop. And exactly the same is to some extent with the ESCs. You change the rotation or direction of the motors. Maybe you lower ramp up, and that's all. Like, come on, you're golden. Okay, with the ESC, maybe there's really like something more, because yes, there are settings that are important for certain crafts, but like radio, I think we are just slightly exaggerating the whole process.